Good morning, guys. Our Nürburgring experience is over, and now we head back to Stuttgart for Porsche Museum and hopefully a nice surprise. And then from Stuttgart we are going straight to Vienna. So it's a 4 hour and I don't know, 8 hour, 12-hour drive today. This should be really fun. We don't know if we are going to need a charge right now or to risk it and go 120 kilometers with 160 kilometers on our gasometer and the car is cold. This should be really interesting. I really like the FastNet because this charger is a bit easier to handle. The charging procedure started a bit differently. On Ionity you had to scan a QR code, but on FastNet you don't have this QR code and have to start the charging from the app in order to get the cheaper rate. We shouldn't be charging so fast because the battery is still cold. We are taking our time. Our FastNet experience is over. Now we head on to the next charging location, which is Ionity. There is around 2 hours and 20 minutes to drive, but this should be fun. This should be very easy to do. This car just eats kilometers. So we just finished our first charging stop of the day. Wonderful Cross Turismo charging just now. Let's go to the Porsche Museum and then head on to Vienna.
We have all the 919s we own, but at this moment only this one is here in the exhibition.
It's hoping to find
You cannot get everything, you know.
Yeah.
But I can share a link with you. I did a tour in English in our top secrets storage facility. I can share the link with you if you're interested.
So we just finished the Porsche Museum experience. Now we are going to stick the Nürburgring sticker on our car, and then we are good to go. Our factory tour is over. We went through the factory line, through all the stages, all the 7 stages of how the Taycan is produced. All I can say about that experience is that you have to do it yourself. Not only because you are not able to take any pictures or videographs, but also because there is an intangible feeling when presumably your car gets through those stages, and you see how it is assembled and in the end tested and also delivered to you. Our guide Martin was just a hero. He did a lot of things for us, and he also explained fantastically well all the stages, and he showed us every single major part of the assembly line. Of course, there are many bits that weren't included because, first up, they're not so important, but certainly the tour only lasted an hour or so, and there isn't much to see in 1 hour, but you see more than 80% of what the Taycan assembly line is. We are heading now to Munich because I forgot my watch at Amaron Hotel, and then we head straight to Vienna. That's the plan for today, and you should join us. So we got stopped by police. I immediately asked how bad was it, because I went through some cameras and I literally had no idea what were they about, but the guy told me that everything's okay, it's just a control, so we should be. We accidentally went straight 150 kilowatt charger, but we tried to get this one working. So we overcharged for this charging location. We already have more than enough to arrive at the next charging location. We will stop in Munich as I said, and then we continue. I would say I did a small mistake when I got in. I wasn't aware that this station is wider and actually is a 300 kilowatt charger, and the other one, which is narrower, it is just a 150. It was a Taycan parked here for charging, but I had no idea that there is also another 300 kilowatt charger. The location is pretty beautiful. So my watch is back. May not mean something financially, but for me it means a lot. So this time we have 23 degrees in battery and 31%. We stopped a bit earlier because we don't have the range to get to our next charging location. But this should be interesting. So how I do it, I just plug here, I scan to charge, go to the scanner. And that's it. We wait for the car to start the charging, and I'm really curious to see what is the speed we will get in these conditions. So the temperature is at 23 degrees, as you can see here. Let's see what actually starts. We got the notification that the charging process has started, and in any moment it should start here too. So I do this because I don't have my Porsche charging card. Something in my something happened with the card. It didn't arrive. I ordered it once again and didn't arrive also. That's pretty decent. That's actually decent. Go on PlugShare. My starting address is my location and my end address is Vienna, and I choose, let's go on this. Okay, and let's see, we have here another charging location which is actually pretty good, 170 kilometers away. We stopped here on our way to Nürburgring, so this should be a really fast stop. Now we need, let's see, go on Google Maps, start. So 170 kilometers, 170 kilometers. Since we have a bit of free time, I want to show you the condition of the car. So this is how the car looks. It's gross out here. Everything is clogged in, all kinds of things here too, and in the back, you won't believe it, is the same thing. So this is how the car looks. Outside is still dirty, but looks clean on camera at least. But I will get a bit closer. This is the reality. And this is how the passenger side looks. We can see the juice earlier, this cola got away, but I can still feel it on the carpet. After 13 minutes, from 31% it got to 62% and 218 kilometers, and the battery temperature went up to 37 degrees. We should be staying here for, I think, 10 more percent and we are good to go. Finished charging. We charged to, I will tell you in a minute, 73%, and off we go to our next destination, which is the Ionity charger in something Saint Valentin or something. Wait, where am I stopping? Seems that today is a little busy. how the traffic looks like. And this is our estimated time arrival to the Saint Valentin. Because there are only 6 degrees outside, the battery temperature went down to 24 degrees again, and to complement that I decided to introduce the PCM and put the next charging location in that so the battery can precondition. Trick worked. Battery is now on 36%, and now we are approaching the Saint Valentin charging station. Let's see if there is a free spot, and if it is, our plan worked, and if it's not, our plan was a failure. And we found a free spot. What a win for us. What a win. We shouldn't be here for so long. No, let's hurry. So we are road tripping hard. We will be staying here for another 5 minutes until it tapers to 200 kilowatts, and then we are heading straight to the next charging location because I want to stay there more in order to have some juice left for Vienna. Well, that was a fast stop. We stayed here less than 5 minutes, and I explained you why. The car went smoking at some point. I think because the battery is toasting right now. It's on 51 degrees. After 7 hours of continuous driving from Stuttgart, the rain stopped. We are very close to our last charging location, which we will be staying a bit more than needed, just to have a bit of buffer in Vienna. So this is our last stop for tonight. It looks pretty good. Already started charging. Things are clicking. I hope I can eat something at this restaurant because I'm literally starving. Already started at max speed, but so far, oh yeah, got it. So we are charging at almost full speed. Now let's get something to eat.